today's video is about this makeup look using all beauty supply store makeup. The products that I use today are very affordable and all can be found in local beauty supply stores. So I didn't want to get anything that you had to order offline or has to buy at Ulta, Walmart, anything. I went to beauty supply stores because I know that you don't have a big Walmart around you or big store around you, that most people have beauty supply stores and they have all sorts of makeup, and we all want to know, is that makeup worth buying? Is it good? Even if we're on a budget. Each beauty supply store is different, but most of them carry just about the same products. And I went into a few different ones just to see, what brands they usually carry and what, what's the most popular brand. Here I am in the beauty supply store. These are all of the brands and all of the makeup that they had in this store. Okay, let's get started. We're going to prime with this NK setting spray. I didn't have a primer, so I'm using the setting spray as a primer. I didn't like this setting spray, but it was all I had. It came out smelling like hairspray, and it was really rough. My face was wet and sticky afterwards. I wouldn't recommend it. Then we're going to do my brows with this Kiss Top Brow pomade. I really like this. I've used it multiple times. As you can see that it was dirty, but I really like this. It is definitely a dupe for one of the higher end brands for me. The only thing is that you have to use a lot in order to get a really good color payoff, but it's $5, so I will take that any day over paying $20 for a brow pomade. So I'm going to use my RK concealer to conceal my eyebrows. And I've also used this. This is just like the LA Girl, except it's $1 less. I feel like once people realize that this is really good as well, it will go up. It's just as the LA Girl did. It went from $2 to $3. Now it's $4. But this is still $2, and it is really good concealer. Okay, eyebrows are done. Now I'm taking that same RK concealer and putting some concealer on my lids as a base for my eyeshadow. I like to do a thick layer of concealer and then go ahead and blend that out. Okay, the first palette that I'm using is the Nikki 9 shadow palette in nude. I think that's how you say Nikki. I'm going to go ahead and take this orange shade and use that as my blending color. Kind of blend that out, blend. Right now you don't really see that much of payoff, but I kept building this color up. I did do a decent amount of layers to build it up and get some payoff, but once I did about 3, maybe 4 layers, I was able to build it up. And so then the next thing I'm taking another color from that palette, just that light brown, and I'm putting that into my crease. You can't really see it that well, but once again, like I said, you have to be willing to build this up, build these shadows up. Okay, now I'm taking that darker brown shade and putting that into my crease as well. And so with this one, you can definitely see more of a payoff because it's a darker shade, but still I like it for it to be even deeper than this, so I built this color up as well. Now you can see that the color is getting darker. My crease is being more defined, and as I'm defining that brown, you can definitely see the contrast in the orange. I'm go ahead and buffing out that crease, and I did take some more of that orange to buff out that harsh line. I didn't want it to be such a harsh line between the dark brown and that orange. It is kind of patchy, and I didn't like that, but I was doing the best that I can do to blend out. I am using the LA Girl in a lighter shade. I think this is the creamy beige. to go ahead and cut out my crease. I didn't want to use the RK for this point because I do like a light concealer when I'm using it for my lid. Here it is. It's finally cut out. Both of the creases are cut out and defined the way that I like them. So now I'm taking this orange shadow from the same palette. You can't really see the payoff at that point, not yet. But next thing, I went ahead and sprayed it with the same setting spray, that NK setting spray. And it started to pay off a little better. I did build this up. I did put about 3 layers of this shadow on, and I did like it. I thought that this was really pretty. Like once you started building it up, it came out really pretty, especially after I wet it and wet my brush. I was shocked. Okay, this next shadow that I'm using is also by Nicka K, I believe. It's a liquid metallic shadow. I'm going to put that in the middle of my lid just to go ahead and add a little bit more color, and also to go ahead and ombre my lid and give it a little bit more of a bronze look. I like this shadow as well. I didn't have to build it up as much. As you can see, the color is paying off from the first layer. So I did put maybe about 2 layers on just to blend it out and let it dry down. This came out so cute. I went ahead and put that dark brown shadow in the crease and blended that in. Now for the face, I'm using the LA Girl Pro foundation in the color Toffee. Right here, I am using my RK concealer, the same one that I use for my brows. I am putting some of that LA Girl right in the corners so I can get rid of those dark circles, and I also like a lighter highlight underneath my eyes. So go ahead and do that just right there. And I did let my concealer dry down a little bit. And now I'm spraying this sponge with the NK setting spray. I do not like this setting spray, guys. But I chose to blend out my concealer and my foundation with just a regular sponge from the beauty supply store. One that I can get out of a bag that's like $1 or $2, and you can get a lot of sponges. Just to show you all that you do not need a fancy beauty blender to blend out your makeup. A wet sponge works just as well. I definitely used sponges before I did anything else. This was the first thing that I learned how to do, and it's easy. I actually find this to be easier sometimes than a beauty blender because of the shape. You're able to get into those little corners and also go around your brows. And get into the corners of my eyes. So I do like this sponge, and I will continue to use them. I'm using the NYX Mineral Set It Don't Fret It setting powder. I am not going to use too much of this. Well, I say that, but then I'm going to turn out looking like an ice cone. But I attempted not to use so much of this. It does look like a lot, but I would not recommend this for going out at night. It does cause some flashback. I have received some flashback when using this, but it was the only thing that I had that was from the drugstore. The other ones that I saw at the drugstore I was really iffy about. So I just used this one because it does give a nice look, a nice finish. It's just the flashback you have to be aware of. Okay. I'm taking this and I am using this as my contour. I've also used this for a long time. It is a little hard to blend, but I think the color is really nice. Putting that around my forehead, blending it around my forehead and my cheekbones. Just letting the rest of my face set for a while. Right here, I'm using the LA Colors Mineral Face Powder. So I like to use this to take off all of that extra powder. The powder set into my face so much it was hard to get it off. I'm really working hard to try and get it off. Okay, powder's off. Now for some blush, I'm going to use the Nikki K Matte 4-color blush. And I'm going to mix a couple of shades actually. I think I mixed about 3 of these shades. I mixed those top 2 shades. And it did give me a nice color. I'm usually not very big on blush, but I felt like I needed some color after all of that powder. I'm gonna spray my face again. It was like torture every time I had to spray my face with that setting spray. It was torture, but it was all I had. It was what I had to use. If you're like, why do you keep using it? It's because it's all I had. It's all I had. Had to keep going. And I do like my face to be damp when I put on highlight. So I use that gold out of the nude palette. Now I'm going to use this dollar liquid eyeliner that I got from the beauty supply store. I do not remember the name of it, but I will put it down in the description. It was just $1. I believe that they had this in actually a couple of colors and all of them were $1. It was really black, which I liked, but it was also really sticky. And that I did not like because it was hard to get the line that I wanted. Okay, so now for some mascara, I'm using this Absolute New York mascara. I did like this mascara. It was pretty good. It did transfer some, so I would recommend putting on one layer and letting it dry down a little bit and before putting on the next layer, and then making sure that your top eyelashes are dry before putting on the bottom layer. This is the Chestnut Lip Liner by She, and I love this pencil. It has been my daily go-to now since I found it. It is $1 and it is definitely a direct dupe for the MAC Chestnut, and that one is I believe $14, and this one is $1 and it is the exact same color. I am taking this matte liquid lipstick, also by Nikki K. The color is Trust Me, I believe, or Trust In. I'll check, but I'll put it down below. This is amazing. After this video, I literally went and bought like 5 more shades. This liquid lipstick does not move. It looks so cute. And I did add a little gloss, just a $1 gloss. Finally, I'm going to add these mist lashes in the style M319. I love these lashes. Final look, guys, I think it came out really nice. Comment down below and let me know what brands you would like to see, or if there are other really affordable brands that you would like me to try out. I know that I'm going to go step by step, so we're going to go beauty supply store, Walmart, maybe Target, then drugstore. I have a mixture of a few, and then I also have some brands online that I enjoy ordering from. All of the brushes that I use today are off of Amazon, and I will link those down below. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what brands you like. What's your favorite drugstore? What's your favorite beauty supply store, makeup brand? All right, I'll see you all next time.